Good evening. Welcome to the Lawrence High School Class of 2020 graduation ceremony. My name is Jumana Khalifa, Student Council President. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pipes and drums. America the beautiful. God bless America. On the right, quick, march.
Good evening. I'm David Adam, the very proud principal here at Lawrence High School. And I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all of our family, our friends, and guests to our very first virtual graduation ceremony, where we'll be celebrating the accomplishments of the class of Lawrence High School 2020. On behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Kaysen, the Lawrence Township Board of Education, District Administration, the faculty, staff, and administration of Lawrence High School, we thank you all for being with us this evening from the safety of your own homes. As I try to gather my thoughts and prepare some words to capture and represent the students of this graduating class, there was such a flood of emotions that came across me. Of course, there was the initial feeling of sadness, not just because the last few months have not gone the way we wanted them to, but looking at the larger picture of how our world has changed so much and so quickly since our last day of school on March 13th. The impact of this pandemic were felt immediately by so many within our community and around the globe. These are challenges that every one of us has had to endure and are now tasked to overcome in order to successfully move forward with our lives. The next emotion was joy, knowing that the individuals who make up this class as seniors and their resiliency, their tenacity in the face of difficulty, and also their strength and empathy that each has for the fellow human. There are so many other great qualities about this senior class. I could go on for a while. But looking at all these pieces of the puzzle that make up the LHS class of 2020, just remembering all of your smiling faces, this is what brings happiness to the people around you. And I suggest you continue bringing joy no matter where you go today and then all the days after. Lastly, I felt a feeling of serenity and calmness as the words began to come together for this speech. The more I think of how our world is going to turn out, I took solace knowing that our students are the leaders of tomorrow. I am rest assured that our town, our state, and our nation are in very good hands as these students become the professionals who will lead us into the future that we all dream of. As we all have done so many times in the past, we look to you, our students, to guide us and show us the way. And by doing this, we can never go wrong. It is because of each and every one of you that we'll have a better tomorrow. Everything is going to be okay. And that's because our future is in such capable hands. In reflection, I have the confidence that you, the graduating seniors of Lawrence High School 2020, are fully prepared to be sent into this world to tackle the major challenges that we are facing today and make the progressive changes that our world needs now. We've had the opportunity in Lawrence Township to collectively help each and every one of you develop your vision for your future, connecting with many for 12 or maybe even 13 years of your life through instruction, counseling, brainstorming, or purposeful reflective practice today and tomorrow. We have come to the point where we turn the obligation of decision-making and vision for your future over to you, the individuals, as unique and well-equipped students. And we look forward to seeing where your life's journeys will take you, where your lives will lead you, and the places where you'll start the next chapter of your journey. Today, we begin the process of turning over the reins of leadership to you, our next great leaders. This virtual commencement ceremony today is not about giving you more instruction, but rather to take this opportunity and moment and acknowledge and celebrate the successes of your journey thus far. No matter where your life takes you from here, there will be bends in the road, there'll be some potholes you have to deal with, and sometimes there'll be even some smooth traveling conditions. Take every opportunity and every event that comes your way as a learning situation and grow professionally and personally from each. On behalf of the entire Lawrence Township Public Schools, we want to wish each of you a successful graduation. And if it takes you into the workforce after high school, if it takes you into college, or maybe even to the armed forces, please remember that you take all of us, a little piece of Lawrence, with you no matter where you go from this day forward. All these students that are with us today who are graduating from Lawrence High School are headed around this great nation and beyond our borders, representing all of us, and we could not be any prouder. This is a very special group of seniors who are now bonded by this past year like no other, that are all prepared to move beyond the walls of Lawrence High School, leave our nest, like we like to say, and take on all the challenges and rewards that this world has to offer. Congratulations on your graduation. And I want to leave you with a small little snippet of words from the poet Maya Angelou and her poem, Still I Rise. Just like the moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Lawrence High School, class of 2020, may you continue to always rise each and every day on your life's journey. Thank you and congratulations. On behalf of Lawrence High School, it is my honor to present this Jeffersonian Cup to Tucker Simpson in recognition of his status as the Salutatorian for the LHS class of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium, Tucker Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. Adam, and good evening, friends, family, teachers, parents, administrators, and whoever else might be watching this live stream. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to my parents for their unwavering support over these past 18 years. And thank you to my sisters for never failing to keep me humble, to my cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents for always putting a smile on my face, to my teachers who've worked so hard to make this school a place worth missing, and of course to my friends for the good times we've had and the good times still to come. I know we all wish we could be together for this special moment, and I know many of us feel like we were robbed of a rite of passage, a live prom, a live graduation, along with all the other senior events that we have looked forward to. I'm generally not a sentimental guy, but even I was bummed when I heard the news. I was really planning for this to be the first school dance that I actually danced at. But to be honest with you, I think that this abrupt ending to our school year was more powerful than any traditional ending could have been. We tend to put too much pressure on the big moments. And in my experience, those long anticipated days have a hard time living up to the hype. Take season finales, for example. How many great shows have left a bad taste in our mouths when the endings were bad or, didn't make any sense? I'm talking to you, Game of Thrones. Because we will not have these big days, our time at Lawrence will be defined by the many little days. The first time spiking on someone in volleyball. The snowy spring sports practices in early March. The out to lunches. The morning hellos from Benny at the door. The time you got a B on that test you swore you fail. The rehearsals, the pasta dinners, and the rivalry games. The days we looked out the window to see the turf being built, and the nights we stormed the turf after big wins. All of these everyday things have made our time at this school great and are what will make us remember it fondly. Still, I cannot bring back what could have been. Our tennis team was primed to terrorize the state tournament for another year in a row. I know the drama club would have put on a great senior production and that Mr. LHS would have been funny. Lawrence DECA was ready to dominate both the dance floors and the competition in Nashville. Other clubs would have won big end-of-the-year awards, and, game design was probably going to get to that first meeting of the year. We definitely would have, without a doubt, pulled off the most epic senior prank in Lawrence history. And, of course, my teammates and I were ready to put on the best lacrosse season that Lawrence High School has ever seen. Oh, and baseball. I hope you know that this still counts as a season with the team room. All jokes aside, we missed out on some good times. Not only the big days like prom and graduation, but the many normal days in between. But just because we are leaving high school behind does not mean that we have to leave behind what we have discovered. Bummed you missed out on a spring sports season? Don't quit on those dreams just yet. Get after it and try out for a college team, even if it's a club team. Or you can just sign up for an adult league. Better yet, find a team that needs a coach and show kids why you love your sport so much. If you're sad that you performed in your last school play, then just don't let that be your last play. And if you find yourself missing your friends and your teachers, then don't ever let those relationships go. Equally as important, if you have found that you've not missed the high school because you took classes that didn't excite you, or there was too much drama, or that you were not involved as much as you wanted to be, then take this as a wake-up call. Take advantage of the clean slate we have in front of us and go out and explore the world until you really find your passion. Don't settle for some lame job or mediocre place to live just because it offers you a sense of security. Make your daily life so awesome that if another situation like this occurs and we are forced to hit the brakes and stay inside again, you will find yourself truly missing your new normal. These unprecedented times will breed unprecedented change, not only within our lives, but within the world as a whole. As we get back to normal, let's ensure that it's a normal we can be proud of. So to my peers, once again, thank you all so much for making this chapter of my life so powerful and so awesome. I've truly missed you all over these past few months, and I cannot wait to see the things we accomplish. While I wish we were all here together to celebrate in person, I've got to say that our class, the class of 2020, was too special for a normal graduation anyway. Thank you.
Ian Wang, on behalf of Lawrence High School, it is my honor to present you this Jeffersonian Cup in recognition of your status as valedictorian of the class of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium, Ian Wang.
Thank you, Mr. Adam. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the LHS class of 2020, I'd like to begin by honoring and thanking those that have helped us on our journey to get to where we are today. To the administrators, thank you for guiding our community through these trying times, for always offering your steadfast support, and for making the tough decisions when needed. To the teachers, for working tirelessly, putting your hearts and souls towards our education, whether it's on the days that we don't want to be in school or the days that we can't be in school. To the NSA agents viewing this, for always watching over us, even when we never asked for it. And finally, to our parents, families, and friends, the ones who are always there for us, the ones who will fight for us when we're right and guide us when we're not, the ones who make our home truly a home. Class of 2020, it's no secret that we're graduating into a difficult world, a world faced with a terrible pandemic, climate change, social injustices, and even killer hornets. As we navigate these challenging times, it's more important than ever that we stop comparing our differences, whether that is the color of our skin or the uniforms we wear, and recognize our common humanity. Yet, as a nation, it feels like we're more divided than ever, and not just 6 feet apart divided. Just the other day, I was on a political social media page, and I had a stranger tell me, "Hope you don't eat your cat in self-isolation," barfing emoji. My initial reaction, naturally, was, wow, someone actually bothered to talk to me. Then, of course, I took the time to actually read and process the message. And perhaps the most shocking realization I had, as I really took the time to think about that message, was that I could empathize with that person. I get it. With all that's going on, many people are feeling the need to take it out somewhere, to compare themselves to others and sometimes bring others down to feel better about themselves. It's something that many of us do, even subconsciously, measure our worth against someone else's. In fact, a few weeks ago, I'd found myself in that exact position, comparing myself to someone else. I just found out that a friend of a friend had been accepted into my dream school, from which I'd been rejected. I'm disappointed to say it, but my first thought, rather than congratulations, was, what did he do to deserve it? In what way could he have been better than me? Well, as it turns out, in every way. He was smarter, taller, faster, stronger, a nationally ranked athlete, and he probably never got pulled over for rolling a stop sign that shouldn't have been there in the first place. I felt inferior, insignificant. I felt like I was one of those store brand Oreos and he was a 100% genuine Nabisco Oreo. You see, the facts were stacked against me. This guy was just a better version of me. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering why I told you all this. Well, the thing is, I believe that many of us, at some point or another in the past few months, have felt that the facts have been stacked against us, have felt the need to compare our current situation to the way things should have been. This was supposed to be our year, but we missed out on most of it. Decision day, prom, senior skip day, and in-person graduation, the list goes on. Unfortunately, this isn't the first or the last time that the facts are going to be stacked against us. Life just isn't fair. Sometimes that's just how the Oreo cookie crumbles. I know you probably expected a graduation speech along the lines of, "You can do whatever you want." Well, if things were so simple, I probably wouldn't be talking to myself in an empty auditorium right now. But even though there will certainly be moments when you can't change the world, there will never be a moment when you can't change the way you see it. You see, I realized I'd been looking at things the wrong way. Who cares what sort of Oreos other people are? There could be gold-crusted, diamond-dusted Oreos for all I know. But does that make me any lesser of a store-brand Oreo? Does comparing our differences, racial, ethnic, or social, somehow solve any of the problems that we're facing now? Does the fact that others may have had prom in the past take away from all that we have in the present? Maybe on Mars, the aliens out there have 3 proms and 7 graduations a year. Maybe they don't have a massive pandemic. And maybe 74% of them rarely or never vape. But does that change anything for us? Class of 2020, there isn't time to cry about spilled milk, no time to worry about external circumstances or the standards of the past. Each day, from the moment you wake up at 2 p.m., it's not a quarantine day, but simply your day. There's no point comparing yourself to others to bring them down. There's no point cynically comparing this new reality to what it should be. There's only what we have now, and our ability to shape what it could be in the future. And from what I've seen of this community, especially in these past few months, I have no doubts about our futures. Already we've learned to live in a world on lockdown. From time spent with family to 6 feet apart hikes with friends, we've put the social into social distancing. Through Facebook gift giving and virtual graduation events, we've already made the best of what we have. With new hobbies learned and new TikTok dances done, we've proven that we can thrive, even as the world feels like it's being turned upside down. But our stories are just beginning, so let's go forth, class of 2020, a class that will be long remembered. We're at a great turning point, a turning point in our lives and a turning point in history. Let's make it a turn for the better. Thank you. Also, store brand Oreos taste better than the real ones. Ian out. At this time, members of the Senior Select Choir will now perform For Good from Wicked.
People come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn and realize. To those who help us most to grow, if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me, like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by the wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
Because I knew you.
I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for.
But then I guess we know there's blame to share.
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you,
Because I knew you.
because I knew you, I have been changed.
To you, our graduates of Lawrence High School Class of 2020, I am Kevin Van Heis, President of the Lawrence Township Board of Education. And on behalf of the board and the greater Lawrence Township community, I wish you the greatest of congratulations. You entered this world in a shadow of the events of September 11th, and in one of our darkest hours, you provided a beacon of light and joy and hope. Whether you knew it or not, you helped the rest of us to focus on what was really important and enabled us to come together stronger and better as a community and as a society. Now here we are in 2020, and you've done it again. We again find ourselves in unprecedented times. We've experienced loss, substantial disruptions, and society is again fundamentally altered and changed. Yet again, you stand as that beacon of light and hope. This year definitely did not go as planned. Although it started like most others, rejoining your classmates in September for that final year, that last hurrah, it ended with the premature closure of not only our school facilities, but most entities, businesses, and virtually all activities. In a year that was supposed to be the most active, the most fun, and the most transitional for you, it was abruptly disrupted and ended by events outside of our control. In a year where you should have been closest with your friends and classmates, it was, unfairly, the exact opposite. It was a place where the phrase social distancing became not just a buzzword, but an edict that has already defined this year, which was your year. Yet through it all, you have persevered. You have done it with grace, enthusiasm, ingenuity, and even humor. You have done it without complaint. You have continued to grow through the most challenging of times, and again have provided true inspiration to the rest of us on what is most important in life. No matter what the future brings, the experiences you have had here in Lawrence, and in particular the events of your senior year, and all of the lessons that you have learned along the way, it will enable you to meet any challenge you face. COVID-19 does not define you or this year. Rather, you, and in particular your actions this year, are really the true story of 2020. So although karma may owe you, and it does owe you big, never let anything take away the fact that you have done it. You have persevered. You are here because of your efforts, your positivity, your creativity, and your fortitude. You have earned this, and we are all so proud of you, and I am pleased to say congratulations. And lastly, I am lucky. I am lucky because I not only have the privilege of addressing you as president of the Lawrence Township Board of Education, but also as a proud alumnus of Lawrence High School. And in what has become somewhat of a tradition for those of us that have been able to serve in both of those roles, not only do I get the privilege of saying congratulations, graduates, but I also get the privilege of being the first to say, welcome alumni, LHS class of 2020. Well done, and congratulations again.
Dr. Kaysen, the students seated before you represent some of the finest young men and women this nation will ever see. Dr. Kaysen, it is an honor for me to recommend the Lawrence High School class of 2020 for graduation and by granting of diplomas to those students who have met the requirements as mandated by the state of New Jersey and the Lawrence Township Board of Education.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Ross Kaysen, Superintendent of Schools. It is a pleasure to be part of this graduation ceremony. And although it is different and unique, I hope that every senior feels a sense of pride for their accomplishments, their friendships, and growing during their time in the Lawrence schools. I want to take this opportunity to thank our students, our staff, our parents, and our entire school community for making a very challenging year the best it could be. I am so proud of this senior class. This was a year that no one could predict or expect. And not being here was very challenging, especially for our seniors. This group of amazing students somehow made it work. They showed great cardinal pride, demonstrated wonderful care for each other, our school, and our community. Our high school seniors displayed tremendous grit, perseverance, and empathy, life skills that will take them far into their future. I know the high school administration has the same belief that I do, that every person can make a difference every day. They have all shown this during the pandemic. Students, I challenge you to continue to make a difference every single day. In simple ways, such as being kind, doing what is right even when no one is looking, to use the talents that you have to do excellent things, and to tell your parents and your family that you love them. Students, you are prepared for an awesome future. Continue to make a difference and strive to make all of your dreams come true. On behalf of the Board of Education, I hereby certify that the students have met all the requirements set forth to graduate from Lawrence Township High School. It is an honor to present the graduating class of 2020. Congratulations.
Abisola Leah Abebefe, Nadia Abramowitz, Roshan Ayer, Faith Ali, Ali R. Altabach, Isabella Maria Andujar, Avina Antala, Gabriel Aparicio Paz, Alexandra Morgan Asak, Abdullah Asif, Oscar Bacchus, Bakhtiar Bajwa, Nathaniel Ballard, Rosa Maria Barrias, Cindy Barrera, Kayla Batzer, Litzy Jeanette Batista, Solomon Beckford, Ishita Bhagwati, Disha Barge, Jude Beidel, Luke Beidel, Leah Bimpong, Francis Cameron Blackman, Kareem Blackshear, Kenyon Lamar Blackshear Jr., Joseph Briggs, Ireland Bailey Brown, Carly Alyssa Brummel, Emma Victoria Byrne, Jenna Marie Cahill, Quasia Kiona Cannon, Denham Carroll, Matthew R. Carson, Heaven Cartwright, Vincent Castro, Victoria Chen, Vinny Chopra, Jonathan Xavier Cintron Torres, Benjamin Cohen, Ariel Coleman, Madison Alon Colmenares, Kellen Conway, Nazir Conway Isabel, Jai Damon Cooley, Daisy Coronado, Christopher Cowan, Jared Joseph Cox, Kaylee Elizabeth Coyle,
Max Crothamel, Lanaya Nevea Crowley, Julian Serwinski, Kevin Del Paz. Paris Rose Daniels. Ian Brett Dower. Annabelle LeClaire Davis. Colby Davis. Emma Elizabeth Dinarski. Pernasia Henrietta Desir. Curvins DeSources. Eva DeTroya. Rihanna Whitney Downey. Anthony Drallmeyer. Drew Dougal. Alexandra Anna Dusha. Courtney Alexis Deas. Eduardo Estrada. Alex Everman. Kate Farinetta. Jared A. Featherston. Kayla Paulina Ferriol. Zaire Finney. Jared Fleming Robinson. Faith May Fonseca. Rachel Lynn Formaniak. Michael Frank. Maxwell Frank. Samuel Fura. Adriana Isabella Gagliardi. Susanna Maria Gagliardi. Sierra Janelle Garcia. Edwin Garcia. Tiffany Janelle Garcia. Joseph James Genove. Cleo Gazenberg. Kalina Lauren Ginocchio. Jordan Godbolt. Evelyn Gonzalez. Melanie Gonzalez. Dejanae Ashanig Ann Green. Eric Grissom. Thomas Gromek. Alberto Jose Guillermo Jr. McKenna Gulati. Jamie Thomas Gustad. Aramis Salvatore Gutierrez. Charlotte Guyot.
Nabil Hachicha. Caitlin Hagedorn. Alexander Hatfield. Jasmine Hayes. Kareem Hemsley. Jared Henry. Brian Alexander Hernandez Cruz. Madeline Hernandez Mendez Cruz. Zaki Hindash. Kieran Hiermath. Taylor Holt. Adrienne Hopkins. Tayan Huggins. Grace Hughes. John Jeffrey Illidan. Zain Imran. Ashvarya Indiran. Sharice Jackson. Kevin Jacob, Ronaldo Jacome Jeremio, Charu Jane, Teddy Reed Jamison, Christopher Gerardo Jimenez, Sean Johnson, Orville Tyrone Jones, Perla Juarez Marquez, John Julian, Anastasia Kacharak, Rahul Kadiala, Conrad Kasimirowicz, Tanner Kell, Michael Kimo, Jumana Khalifa, Matthew James Kilday, Evelina Kokoska, Ricky Kong, Abdul Rahman Walid Koreem, Justin Krizak, Arkadyush Kroll, Miles Crone, Maximilian Kulaga, Amanda Kunkel, Mana Joy Kurisu, Alexandra Kwasniewski, Simran Ladani, Zoe Ariella Lang, Harry Lizelle, Summer Breeze LeBlanc,
Carolina Lelanowski, Haley Marie Listician, Cody Leitner, Omar Dwayne Leitner, Eric Liu, Jason Labin, Romulo Lopez, Samantha Lorenzo, Haopeng Liu, Sarah S. Ma, Sharath Mahadevan, Santino Maldonado, Caitlin Jean Maloney, Charles Ransville Alvarez Manilow, Antonio Mangajas III, Imani Jade Marshall, Jose Martinez, Walid Masood, Leilani Mayorga Rivera, Tyler McHugh, Braden Ross McDermott, Savion McEachran, Daniel McGann, Dion Ellis McLean, Stephanie Juliette Meta Victorio, Alessandro Medina, Edward Miha Yok, Devin Alexander Meth, Jack Milsavana, Bria Nicole Miller, Cameron John Miller, Angela Victoria Molina Perez, Thomas Walter Manacchio, Connor Thomas Monahan, Joshua Mondragon, Simeon Moore, Tashe Anissa Lee Moore, Samuel Morales, Nalamai Mudukumar, Nicole Ilyana Najar, Momin Nazar, Christopher Nevius, Joshua Orlana Paredes, Catherine Osowski, Henry Pacheco Cruz, Yash Parikh, Marissa Parker, Darshal Parish Patel,
Dev Patel, Mohawk Patel, Pankaj Atul Patel, Partiv H. Patel, Raj Patel, Riya Patel, Roshan Patel, Emma May Paxton, Zeta Pennick, Zoe Pennick, Isaiah Pennypacker, Matthew Perucci, Hope Moran Perry, Pranav Podke, Savion Jordan Ponder, Colin Powell, Dominic Prodzik, Darshini Rangaswamy, Nimesh Krishna Rani, Alina Shah Rashdi, Makai Aramis Reese, Stephen Wren, Sadhana Rishindran, Haley Rivas, Ariana Nicolette Rodi, Carlos Rodriguez, Joseph Rodriguez, Matthew Wellstead Roman, Anaisa Rosado, Justin Rosati Koyugan, Jessica Ruano, Daniel Rutenberg, Lillian M. Rutt, Colette Estelle Rabinski, Kevin Sanabria Rivera, Luke Xavier Sanjek, Julian Santana Rodriguez, Nicholas Santos, Ryan Sargent, Josephine Diana Sarmiento, Nicole Elizabeth Seeberger, Sophia Seraphim, Cameron Nassim Severin, Malika Shazad Sheikh, Saloni Sharma, Aditya Shringi, Nastasia Siamashka, Christina Sikora,
Tucker Carter Simpson, Maheep Singh, Amani Smith, Victoria Sokolowska, Jason Song, Amrutha Sridhar, Siddhant Srivastava, Ryan Scott Stevens, George Stove, Matt Stout, Ethan Hudson Strasfeld, Alexa Nicole Sullivan, Janardhan Surendran, Cameron Sweeney, Casper Jasek Schultz, Adam Shishko, Sabur Taher, Miana Tang, William McKee Taylor Sims, Aluen Serena Tomat Kelly, Catherine Ann Toole, Kristen Turner, Andrew Jari Over, Noria Udine, Angel Munachimso Utah, Lasiasri Vadapali, Marshall Joshua Van Patrick, Justine Veneri Sinwich, Katie Marie Ventura, Connor F. Verga, Colleen Shara Sindingan Veto, Jared Preston Vinch, Inika Vinod, Foster Wakeman, Ian Wang, Julia Warner, Dylan Kyla Watt, Carly West, Caroline J. Wea, Madison Wingerter, Mark Wisniewski, Carmen Tamara Wooten, Samuel Yee, William Saunders Yukmo, Evelina Zajkowski, Nicole Zaruski, Perry Lynn Zavitz, Nabil M. Zuri.
To wrap up our graduation ceremony today, we have a few special guests to share their well wishes to the LHS class of 2020, including your senior class president, Nabil Hachicha.
Congratulations, Lawrence High class of 2020. My name is Brett Brackett, proud member of the class of 2006. I hope you are all safe, healthy, and taking the necessary precautions to remain that way. While it's easy to let this pandemic dampen the excitement around your achievements, remember, it doesn't take a ceremony or an in-person public event to recognize all that you've accomplished. Traditionally, many in-person events such as prom and graduation put a formal closure on your journey through high school. Disruption of those events allows for great opportunity. How you react matters the most. I encourage you to be resourceful, be innovative, and don't allow something out of your control to negatively impact your life. Find a new way to celebrate. I can promise you, you will face plenty more adversity in your life. The faster you learn how to react well in the face of adversity, the more successful you will be and the better your life will turn out. COVID-19 may have disrupted your present, but the future is in your hands. Here's to your future, class of 2020. Make the best of it.
Dear class of 2020, my name is Kim Hatchett, and I graduated from Lawrence High in 1980. My experience at Lawrence High is what has shaped me into the person that I am today. I have walked those halls and continue to feel the strong bond to the Lawrence High School community. Congratulations. I get this is not how you envision your high school graduation, but I want you to know how proud I am of you. You've worked so hard to get to this point. You have shown us what passion, dedication, resilience, maturity, citizenship, and friendship looks like. You've built relationships with coaches, teachers, administrators, and fellow students that will last a lifetime. These lessons will follow you through college and beyond. We admire your poise and positivity during this very complicated time. The class of 2020's legacy will always be remembered at Lawrence High. I am so excited to see what the future holds for you. Keep your heads high. Congratulations, and I am so proud of you all. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, class of 2020? This is John Schneider, class of 1998, and current Major League coach for the Toronto Blue Jays. These are certainly some unprecedented times, and I admire your ability to adapt, persevere, and maintain a sense of calm during a really cool, exciting milestone in your life. One of the best things about competing in a sport like Major League Baseball is that you're forced to deal with adversity and unexpected challenges on a daily basis. You learn to navigate through tough at-bats and bad hops and decisions that are just completely out of your control. There's so many parallels between baseball and life, and it's important that you continue to apply what you're doing right now, today, to the years that are ahead of you. Your future is bright, I can guarantee you that, and continue to inspire yourself and your classmates around you and try to see the good in these tough times. So I'm wishing you and your families continued health and safety, and congratulations again on your graduation, and go Cards.
Hello, Lawrence High School class of 2020. My name is Todd Bruner, and I'm a scout for the Seattle Seahawks, but more importantly, an alumnus of Lawrence High School, graduating class of 1986. These are unprecedented times this year, with the way things have gone, the way this school year's ended. I mean, you started out the year talking about face masks that look like this, and we ended up the year talking about face masks that look like this. You guys are built for this challenge. You guys are ready. You guys are ready to embark on what lies ahead for you guys in the future, but I want to wish you the best of luck. And remember, go Cardinals.
Aoife Baeza here, from the first graduating class, speaking to the new one. The world we inhabit, the world we inherit, and the world we imagine are all before you. Yes, we always think we can change the world, because we can. These are trying times to come of age, but you are here, so you are up to it. Consider your purpose. How may I serve? Make a plan. Practice improvisation. Be grateful and always audacious. Congratulations and good fortune.
Lawrence High School, class of 2020. Man, congratulations on the weirdest graduation any Lawrence High School class will ever have. I too went to Lawrence High School. I'm a Cardinal through and through. I just missed you guys by 40 years. Holy smokes, 40 years. 1980 to 2020. Is that 40? I didn't take a lot of math at Lawrence High. Anyway, congratulations and good luck on everything you're going to be doing in the future. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do.
On behalf of the Lawrence High School class of 2020, I would like to welcome all faculty, friends, alumni, and distinguished guests to this year's commencement ceremony. My name is Nabil Hashisha, and I'm honored to be the class president of the class of 2020. I want to start off with a quick apology to a couple of you. I had promised to make a funny speech so you wouldn't stop listening at welcome, faculty, friends, and so on and so forth, but the circumstances of our class have changed quite dramatically. With that being said, I'll try my best to keep this short as possible, and I'm sure you'll be glad to know that the empty auditorium is going to help out with that. When writing graduation speeches, most people look to reference anecdotes. However, if you know me, you know the speech was written the day before it was supposed to be given, so I didn't have time to ponder over anecdotes. However, I lucked out big time. The day before I was supposed to give this speech, I was being recognized as a 2020 Princeton University Prize in Race Relations Award winner. As I sat in my living room, of course with the various audio cuts and disruptive background noises that come with Zoom, I managed to hear another award winner at the symposium mention circumstance. Unfortunate circumstances are blessings in disguise, they said. Together as a class, we are hit with the low of lows during these uncertain times. I, like many of you, would have done anything to experience what our senior year was supposed to be. A traditional prom, graduation, Mr. LHS, and the list goes on and on. However, as I reflected on the situation we've been in for the past few months, I realized that in a way we had been gifted with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It is now quite literally in our hands, class of 2020, to change our communities into what we aspire them to be. We need to be the voices that drive out the systemic oppression that is ridden across our country. We need to band together in the face of injustice and inequality. We, more than ever before, must not let this fresh start go to waste. As everything seems to have come to a depressive stop, it's hard to look at things from a half-glass full perspective. But through our shared experiences the past 4 years, I've picked up on the essence of our class. We're resilient, driven, passionate, hardworking, and the list could go on and on. Which is why I can say with 100% certainty that we'll grow to bigger and better things, both as individuals and collectively. And I'll say this once more. We face unfortunate circumstances that are blessings in disguise, not because they're automatically blessings, but because we're going to make them blessings. We're going to honor all of those who have been affected both by the viral pandemic as well as the internal social pandemic that we as a country have been plagued with for years by pushing ourselves to fight for what's right. It's easy to look at that blanket statement and think, sure, Nabil, we can change the world. But I truly mean it. Change and develop your individual world with great ambition, and in the process, I can assure you that you'll start to see a butterfly effect of change around you. Change always seems to have a negative connotation, as if something has gone wrong. However, through the amazing experiences we've had as a class, I also know we've been doing many things right. But that doesn't mean we stop. We must build and grow and fight the injustice of the world until there are no more. Don't settle for any less than the goals and the future you see for yourself. Be you. Be happy. Let's make a change, class of 2020. Make an effort to form connections with those in our community whom you've never really had a chance to talk to. Pick up a new hobby. Stare up at the stars. Meditate. Do yoga. The point is, use this as a chance to start from scratch and build with the fervor you've never seen before, both individually and collectively as the LHS class of 2020. With that being said, I really hope we get to see each other one last time. Hopefully I can give a much more lighthearted and reminiscent speech, of course, after July 6th. I'm looking at you, Governor Murphy. But if not, I just want to thank you all for giving me some of the best years of my life, and I truly hope you feel the same way. Have a good night, everyone.
Families, fellow educators, Lawrence community members, special guests, and of course our students. I am pleased to present to you the Lawrence High School graduating class of 2020. Congratulations.